Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Fantastic to see you. Thanks for coming in, thanks for hanging out. Welcome to our day 6 of the Indie Bundle Showcase, Indie Bundle for Palestinian Aid Showcase. Today we're looking at a couple of intriguing sounding games. I was intrigued by them at least, and I'm kind of curious to see how they work. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Hope you guys are having a good day, evening, wherever you are, whatever you're choosing to do with your time. And let us move on to the first game. So the first one's called Democratic Socialism Simulator. The Democratic Socialism, it's by Mall Industria. The Democratic Socialism Simulator lets you play as the first socialist president of the United States. Can you redistribute power and wealth while addressing the climate crisis, enact radical reforms, tax the rich, transform the economy, tackle the most pressing issues without alienating voters or bankrupting the government? But beware, the ruling class won't give up its power easily. Surprise, surprise. Even the closest allies may turn on you. Hundreds of choices based on existing policy proposals, randomly generated scenarios, and multiple endings. Room for different playstyles, ideologies, and strategies. Interesting. Cast of extremely opinionated anthropomorphic animals. Original soundtrack by Jesse Styles. Thank you, Jesse Styles. Democratic Socialism Simulator is an attempt to prefigure the opportunities and challenges of a Sanders or Sanders-like presidency. How exciting. It is meant to entertain, enrage, provoke socialist, curious players, as well as comrades on the front lines of the political revolution. Alrighty. Sounds hella interesting, honestly. Let's get cracking. Separate credit right up front for the composer. That's awesome. Can I use a controller? No. Welcome to Democratic Socialism Simulator. Would you like to take a quick tutorial? Drag this card left or right to answer. Congress control, time to next elections, money, power? Yes, please. Great, so this machine simulates the challenges that a socialist or social democratic government might face in the USA. Okay. You play as the President of the United States and the coalition behind him or them. Am I many people? Yes, you are given the power of a whole governing body. It's just a way to streamline the user experience. Okay. This machine will offer you semi-random proposals with 2 choices, like this one. Some messages won't require any choice on your part, like this one. Just swipe either way. Okay. In the screen below, you'll see a model of the electorate. It's a collection of virtual voters. Okay. The voters are positioned according to their approval. The closest ones will vote for you at the next elections. Closest as in closest to the screen. Okay. Each virtual voter has 2 top priorities. A choice might alienate some voters and attract others. Drag left and right to preview the effects. All lives matter, Black lives matter, Black lives matter. Ah, okay, so the voters' positions change. For all lives matter, those ones in the back come forward, the ones in the front. Black lives matter. You can click on the individual voters to check their top issues approval. Ah, I'm a virtual voter and I'm glad to see some positive change. My top priorities are civil rights, social justice, anti-racism, feminism, LGBT rights, environmentalism, conservation, and sustainability. Okay. Understood. That guy back there that I sent away? A virtual voter want to overthrow this government. Security, military strength, fighting crime and terrorism. Tradition, Christianity, rural life. Okay, got it. Many policies require funding. The yellow bar indicates your current budget surplus. It can go negative too. Okay. Spend more. Tax more. Spend more. Looks like we got enough. The central bar represents the people's power. Right now it's empty. That's the problem you are trying to solve. People's power? A combination of economic equality, workers' organization, and citizens' engagement. All the good stuff. The gray bar represents the greenhouse gas emissions in the USA. Your goal is to reduce them to 0. Got it. Some radical reforms require a certain majority in Congress. This icon here, this is where I completely go lost with the election system. Congress, election houses, and sorry, not houses, colleges. Just totally goes over my head. Some radical reforms require a certain majority in Congress. This icon here indicates the minimum level of support you need. Oh, so the Congress control thing there. You can gain or lose Congress support at each election or due to major events. As a president, you can only be re-elected once. Midterm elections will occur halfway through each of your terms, okay? That's it, more or less. Swipe left, swipe right, pave the road to socialism and such. Okay? Oh, and don't get demoralized if you fail. It may just be a bug in the simulator or plain bad luck. Ready? Yes. Congratulations, Press Secretary. This is your first day as president. Have you chosen a theme for your inauguration speech? Hope, political revolution. Political revolution! How would you like your inauguration ceremony to be? Lavish, humble. Humble will bring those guys forward. Lavish will bring most others forward. What are you guys into? Security, military, tax cuts, economic growth, free market, entrepreneur, tax cuts, small government, austerity. Okay, humble please. Wonderful. Democrat says, wonderful ceremony, moving speech. Now we have to start working. So many proposals, so little time. Let's recognize non-binary identities. We add a third gender option in all government documents. Bold. Triggering. Progressive. Ooh. Triggering. So it brings those guys forward. And what are they about? Tradition, Christianity, rural life. Tradition, Christianity, rural life. Authorized job creation union. And progressive brings forward those who are already near me. But this one won't move away voters that are already near me. But it'll bring those guys closer. Triggering. Motion to cancel the student debt affecting millions of Americans. Wait, my job isn't to just get reelected. The objective is to increase the people's power. Should have not gone with triggering. Well, that's fine. Motion to cancel the student debt affecting millions of Americans. Fuck yeah, let's cancel student debt. Please, second it. We have failed a generation. Student debt is a major crisis that we can end immediately. But that's my money. No, let's cancel all the debt. Okay, so that gets rid of a lot of our surplus money, but it increases a bit of people's power. Cancel the debt. For swift transition to renewables, we need to create a new agency, a power marketing administration. Okay. Market solutions only. Let's do it. Yeah, let's spend all our money. Let's do it. Look, some people deserve to be fired, but there should always be a just cause. Federally mandated. Yeah, I mean, sure. Wasi! What's shaken, brother? Knew they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts. It's the easier way to go, for sure. How are you doing today? Good morning, Ginger Spots. How's it going? Maggie, right? If memory serves correctly. How are you today? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Canon, if you're working on it. Yeah, let's work on that. CO2 sucks, but methane, like, mega sucks. Maybe let's regulate the hell out of greenhouse emitters. Yes, let's do that. But the economy. Unleash the regulations. We'll go into the negative. Hell with it. Good. This is a Bernie game? Yes, this is a Bernie game. This is what it could have been. You remember on Flyer? Oh, of course I remember. It's just the handle that I was unsure of. But somewhere in the depths of my brain the connection was made. How are you doing today, Maggie? Oh, I dream of publicly funded elections, voters supporting their candidates with tax-paid democracy vouchers. Make it real. I've spent all my money. But with it being privately funded is where, like, so much of the problem also is. Yeah, let's not go broke though. Let's invest in big solar power plants. We've got plenty of desert in the States. That's a great idea. What if it's cloudy? Go sun, go, 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 go sun. Rural advisor says, farmers got heaps of land. With a little help we can grow energy alongside crops. That's a good idea. Focus on food. Take a subsidy. Take a subsidy. We're so far in the red already. Everything nice over here. Dawn and rainy morning. Happy as can be. That is so wonderful to hear. Good for you. Things are going well with me now. Thank you so much for saying, for wishing me so. Hi, Kingdom Balance. I'm doing good. You love this game? Yeah, I just discovered it for the showcase. The Bernie game, we're calling it. How are you doing today, Kingdom Balance? I'm doing okay. Treasurer E, we are officially in the deficit. It means that spending exceeds revenues. It makes me quite nervous. It would make me too if I were in your position. What if we rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement? It's not for real, but it's a nice gesture. Why isn't it for real? Humbug. Paris, we are back. Defense advisor, I'm notifying you that the Iraqi government is calling for all foreign troops to leave. They want us out. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of there. No, we call the shots. That brings those guys forward, and they're the military guys. Yeah. I remember playing it. I won the first. Oh, that's lovely. Must have been a good feeling. It must be a good feeling to win this game, I gotta say. Yes, please, withdraw. Bring him back. Defense, surely you are aware that leaving Iraq would jeopardize our presence in the whole region. ISIS might surge. Yes, I'm aware of that. Ooh, that brings so much of my money back. Sorry, not my money, the nation's money. Immigration advisor, can we overturn the Muslim ban? It's kind of xenophobic, kind of kind of? Overturn now, please. That will send these guys back who are about containing immigration, right? Workers' rights, job creation. Yeah, okay. Overturn. More power to the people. Housing advisor. Yo, is it time to tackle the housing crisis? Might be a little too soon now. I mean, okay. What is the housing crisis? Propose a big trust fund to create millions of affordable housing units. No ghettos, no red lines. Let's try. We managed to climb out of the red. 4. Straight up repeal all the right to work laws so we can have union shops like in the good old times. Repeal all the right to work laws. Union shops like in the good old times. I don't know if that's necessary. Like, that sends back those voters who are about economic growth. But that one sends away those who are about workers' rights. No, I don't, yeah. I'm not sure about that. Housing. Number 1, tax house flippers. 2, add a penalty for empty homes. 3, give tax breaks to the folks who are being priced out of their hoods. I kind of like that a lot. It'll send some... Yeah, okay. It's fine. This is fun. Immigration advisor, should we keep building the wall on the Mexico border? We are like 13% done. Stop this madness. Union leader, damn those trade agreements. They let corporations ship jobs abroad and screw up American workers. We benefit from them. We'll renegotiate them. Oh, that increases our CO2. We don't want that. Job transition. Your Green New Deal is killing legacy industries. Let's make sure workers aren't screwed over as usual. I don't help polluters. I'm listening. Yeah, I'll hear it out. For starters, give laid off fossil fuel workers 5 years of their former salary. Why 5 years of it? That's a lot. Yeah, no, that's a hell of a lot. I shouldn't even tell you this, but legalize pot. Yeah, I'm all down for that. Are you high? So the economic growth people and the tax people are on board. Yeah. Not that I needed those reasons. Ooh, look at all that money. Civil rights leader. Wait, you also gotta get people with marijuana related convictions out of jail. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Wait, you also gotta invest all the new revenues into the communities fucked over by the war on drugs. That sounds fair. Yeah, we got the money for it too. Union leader, stop right there. Let's not create another big tobacco. Co-ops for marijuana businesses. Labels, health standards. I mean, if it's legalized, like, people are just gonna be able to do it. Let's not create... I mean, I agree, a big tobacco is problematic. Press secretary, gun nuts hate you. Let's enjoy some recreational shooting. Wait, what? What? Gun nuts hate you. Let's enjoy some recreation. Oh, so for publicity. No time for this. Yeah, let the gun nuts hate me. Hey, Shell Smiley. 5 years is no... It's a long time. 5 years is a freaking long time. How are you today, Shell Smiley? Good to see you. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Appreciate you taking care of me from all those miles away. The Newport Times asks, what did you mean by winning the class war? Class as in... German logic, it's illegal, so it's not allowed. Especially ganja. Oh, it's illegal in Germany? I'm good. Visiting with Lily? Oh, that's so nice. You guys get to hang out now. It's lovely. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. You know I love these indie streams. Started off the day well. I exercised after a very long time. So I'm feeling good. What do you mean by winning the class war? Class as in bourgeois, proletariat, style and fashion. Finally, first time at Lily's house after a year and a half. That's so amazing. That's so amazing. I don't know which way to go with this. Bourgeois, proletariat. Treasurer, yo, let's establish a progressive tax on extreme wealth. It will only affect the 0.1% and raise trillions. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Send all those people back, that's fine. Jacqueline magazine. Under the new wealth tax, billionaires will be taxed at the same rate as middle-class homeowners. They're not? Already? Bad reputation among the elites. Befriend a billionaire. Some of them are decent people. I mean, decent people is not the issue here. For me. Class enemies. Yeah, sure, set up a date. I'll keep an open mind, why not? Tech guru, blockchain. What the fuck is a blockchain? Like a one-word instruction to the president? Okay. Feel like an old man now. What is blockchain? I want to play this game. I have it in my bundle. Yeah, it's fun. It's satisfying. Blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network. Oh, how you would handle digital currency, right? Like that's the proposed way to do it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, sure. Honestly, I don't know too much about this, so I'm kind of running blind, but let's see. It's not just about cryptocurrency speculation. You can decentralize the internet with it. That sounds fun. Attorney. Beer is not healthy, and that doesn't mean marijuana. But that doesn't mean marijuana is broccoli. Our politicians, it became a meme. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Beer is not healthy, but that doesn't mean marijuana is broccoli. I mean, sure, it certainly doesn't, but you still got so much beer. So much beer. My attorney says we have 5,329 lawsuits against ICE for illegal detentions, kidnapping children and such. Should we lawyer up? Don't defend ICE, prosecute those motherfuckers. Energy advisor. Turbines everywhere. The wind generation potential is 9 times our energy. Whoa, 9 times our energy demand? Fuck yeah, we're gonna go with the wind. Attorney, the Supreme Court is still dominated by old conservatives and threatens to overturn your policies. Should we reform it? How would we reform them? Because we do have to get them through, which is a problem. We can add 2 new seats to rebalance the Supreme Court. The Republicans turned it into a partisan body. Let's take it back. It won't pass. Maybe later. Other ideas? Why is this circling? Other ideas? We can limit the Supreme Court justices' tenure. Each president appoints 2 members, which replace the most senior ones. Ooh. It's not a terrible start. Every region has at least one own beer brand, usually even more. I know, I also failed being German because I don't drink alcohol anymore. Yeah, it's a big deal over there, isn't it? It's a huge deal in Canada too. So when I was living there, it was very, like, definitely felt Canadian, but like not at bars. We love our beer there. Is the wealth tax constitutional? Some billionaires don't think so. Well, who gives a shit? At your earliest convenience, here's the draft for the Pentagon budget. Nothing new, only needs a rubber stamp. Let's re-examine it, please. Budget item, Space Force, brand new branch, still figuring out its purpose. Very promising. Fuck off. Hey bro, we're just gonna continue hanging out. Have a wonderful stream. We love you. I love you guys too. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. Appreciate the lurk. Energy advisor. The desert solar plants have a little problem with dust. We need to hire more cleaners. Dust? I don't believe it. Yeah, of course. Budget item, nuclear arsenal modernization. If someone has to blow up the world, it should be us. Huh? If someone has to blow up the world, it should be... let's fuck off with that. Civil Rights League. My friend, please don't go to the karaoke fundraiser for the Fraternal Order of Police. I mean, cops are workers, dude. Support for our presence in Afghanistan is near zero, even conservatives. Vets are advocating for withdrawal. Yeah, fucking get out of there. Where's the treasurer? We have an extravagant budget surplus. When the bar is full, the extra money goes to a new sovereign wealth fund. Okay. And it's used to buy shares in existing companies. Basically, we slowly and legally socialize the means. Legally socialize the means of production. Yeah, okay. Cash-strapped cities rely on fines and fees. They disproportionately target minorities and fuel mass incarceration. We can change that now. I learned there's so much beer because in history it wasn't safe to drink water due to germs and stuff. Alcohol killed those and beer was easy to... Ah. Oh, that makes so much sense as to how... why it would come about and be favored that much then. This country deserves a better internet infrastructure. Alas, tech corporations are too poor to invest in it. I can pay. Hold on, if we are paying for it, we'd better support municipal internet networks. Cheaper and better. Municipal. Yeah, more power to the people. If only running government was this simple. Job transition. Here's an easy one. Fossil fuel workers get priority job placement in new Green Deal projects. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound... fair. Yeah, unfair. Immigration advisor. Let's provide a swift pathway to citizenship for the millions of undocumented... Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, sounds very reasonable. Press secretary. A crowd pleaser. Solar panels on the White House. Jimmy Cat did it first. Install. Yeah, let's install them, see what happens. Why not? Your student loan cancellation primarily benefited the middle class. You better have something for workers too. Okay, I hope so. I hope I can help. The midterm elections are upon us. I'm a bit nervous. Results. First midterm. You maintain the same number of seats in Congress. Okay.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the Union makes us strong.
We maintain control of Congress. We'll be able to legislate as smoothly we did so far. The Gay Bomb Project is producing encouraging results. Mild attraction measured among test targets. What? What's the Gay Bomb Project? Mild attraction measured among test... Like, what the fuck is this? I'd like to know what it is before I support it. Yeah, this doesn't sound good. Negative. Bomb enemies with female sex pheromones. Trigger homosexual behavior. Possibly effective against ISIS. I mean, if people start fucking instead of fighting, that will probably help. But this really might not be biologically safe. But I thought we moved troops out of there. Why are we still talking about bombing? That is so weird. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, something about it doesn't feel right. Budget item, F-22 and F-15 fighter jets. Obsolete but cool looking. More of a job creation program, to be honest. They're obsolete, just defund them. Sorry to interrupt. Healthcare advisor. The constituents are anxious. Will you push for Medicare for all? Health, yeah. You could establish a single-payer health plan. The government covers all the bills. Simpler, less wasteful, just lovely. Yeah, let's do that. Socialized healthcare is actually slavery on Fox News. Of course. Jacqueline Magazine. The left must keep lefting. We have rumant of Iran enriching uranium. New sanctions or new treaty? Treaty? Create a task force for graffiti and littering. It doesn't address crime, but it lowers the perception of crime. Graffiti's art, bro. Oh, there was litter in there too. Oh, maybe I should have done that. Oh well. Ice-breaking news. Border Patrol, Immigration and Customs Enforcement found guilty of countless violations. Imagine a 0.5 tax on every financial transaction. It would limit speculation and raise a lot of revenue. Every financial transaction? So every single person everywhere, anyway. In the US. No, we don't need it. Corporations and billionaires are moving their wealth to offshore tax havens. I have a plan to stop them. I am listening. Curb evasion. All countries should automatically exchange tax information. Yeah, let's do that. Our Financial Stability Oversight Council detected an explosive growth of leverage, lending, and songs hilarious. And collateralized loan obligations. Detect an explosive growth of leveraged lending, and collateralized loan obligations. I have no idea what that means. The polls are clear. We need a pet in the White House. A cat. Have you thought about a gift to bring at the ambassador's swearing-in ceremony? An antique gun, a pet eagle. I don't want to take either of those things. Take an antique gun. At least it can't be used. Hopefully it can't be too antique to be used. What about a 70% tax on earnings above 10 million? That's what we used to do until the 70s. Yeah, it's tax the rich, yeah. Why do you need more than 10 million? Government will take most of your earnings when you become a multimillionaire. That's true. Well, probably not most. Well, yeah, most. 70% is most. Fox is right. Nice economy you have there. It would be a shame if something happened to it. What the fuck? Is this a threat? Of course not, but all these taxes and regulations are pissing off Wall Street. You are playing with fire, comrade. Noted. Investments are languishing, so I prepared an economic development package. Cash and near cash incentives. Okay, no. I didn't realize that would raise CO2. Why would it raise CO2? Okay. Switzerland is refusing to comply with tax transparency agreements. It's kind of their whole biz. Whatever. Sending these people back? World peace, international global justice. Whatever. Geothermal energy, less iconic and competitive than other renewables. Still pretty clean. Yeah, let's try them. Why not? Rural America has been neglected by the Democrats, but there's a lot we can do there. Let me help you. Sure. Farming's gotten a get big or get out deal. Bust the monopolies and we'll all be merry. Yeah, break them up. Your pro-labor agenda convinced millions of working-class non-voters to get back to party politics. Voters' top priority change. Defense to worker. Okay. Dow Jones plunges 800 points. Proof that socialism doesn't work. No one should be in jail because they don't have money. And cash bail at a federal level. Oh, that's a great idea. Union rights have been fucked for too long. If a majority of workers votes form a union, it has to be certified. Depends. Unfuck unions. Question. You once said billionaires should not exist. Figuratively. You seem a little stressed. You should pick up a sport and show people you are not all work and no play. Golf. Basketball. Many non-violent drug offenders are still in jail due to draconian laws from the war on drugs. You can pardon them. Yeah, I can. Turbines are literally killing all the birds. Read it on the internet. Oh shit. Function bird. Unpopular opinion. Let me know if the game sound is too loud, particularly with that song. I'll turn it down. Unpopular opinion. Let's increase funding for the police, specifically for implicit bias and de-escalation training. Yeah, that training at least would be handy. Hopefully. So what are you going to wear for tomorrow's rally? T-shirt, motherfucker. I'll move these guys closer, so okay, why not? It's redistricting time. I was thinking, why don't we hire Jerry Salamander to redraw the electoral districts in our favor? In our favor, I mean, that would be unfair, wouldn't it? Any cost to this? Brings everybody closer. No. I don't want to touch that stuff. Here's a plan. We increase subsidies for residential solar panels. Yeah, approved. Then we allow people to sell the excess energy with smart meters. Sell the excess energy? Sure, why not? The solar panels are made in the USA. I don't care if Chinese ones are cheaper. I mean, we're doing fine with trade. Sound is okay? Thank you for confirming. I don't care if the Chinese ones are cheaper. Biggest tax haven is the USA. Let's help other countries investigate their citizens hiding wealth here. Yeah, sure. Create a better world, hopefully. Our wealth tax is disincentivizing the rich from hoarding wealth. They are spending like crazy. Cool. Infighting alert. A batch of leftist candidates are challenging our party incumbents. Don't endorse them. A bunch of leftist candidates are challenging. Okay. Please, a comment about the blackface incident. Blackface incident. Outraged. Enough with vague retraining BS. If obsolete workers want to retrain, offer them free college education. Damn. Well, proper training is important. Half a million Americans live in the street. House them and the rich folks will stop bitching about them. I like how it's like the benefit to this is that the rich folks will stop bitching and not that people will actually have a roof over their heads. My dear, we could expand Social Security if we remove the caps on the payroll tax. They just favor the very rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich so many times already. It feels great. Half of Amazon workers are being replaced by robots. The other half are paid peanuts. We are shutting this down. Your call? Amazon workers on strike. Our inalienable shopping rights are in jeopardy. Body cameras on all police officers. More oversight, more reality TV about cops. I will blame you if glory, glory, hallelujah will be second for the next day. I will take full responsibility, accountability for that issue. Body camera, yeah, body cameras. Puts me in the red, but okay. Will you get a second term? 4 more years, 4 more years, let's see. Second term, you have been re-elected and you've gained seats in Congress. Fantastic. So those way in the back there didn't vote for me, but everyone else did. I think the main difference I'm seeing with this in reality is like the voter bias towards Bernie. The overwhelmingly large amount of people for Bernie. I'm ecstatic the people are giving you an even stronger mandate to lead this country. Woo! You know, we could raise taxes on corporations that have obscene pay gaps between CEOs and workers. Fuck yes, we can. Fuck yes. Wall Street is on strike, investors dump assets, stocks dip down, retirement funds lose value, grandmas get upset. Yeah, okay. What's that post-it you have there? Oh, it says close Guantanamo. It's not mine. It'd be so good if we did. Let's do it. No. Gitmo is an extrajudicial shit show. Kidnapped innocent folks, untried bad guys. You don't want to go there. I think I do. Oh. I think we do want to go there. 2 million Americans are at risk of eviction right now. Give them tenant protections and support in court. Yes. Y'all gotta support organic farming. Make it real and cheap, not just an uppity brand. Reach. Let's create an international fund to support investigation of tax evaders. Yeah, sure. It would be a shame if medical research... Well, the song stopped at least. That's good, since the election. It would be... The song's really funny. I would just give us an option to switch the track if I were to give any feedback about changing anything about this game. That would be the one thing. Everything else I'm enjoying. It would be a shame if medical research came to a halt because you killed all the healthcare industry's profits. Huh? I suppose. Here's a grant. It's already publicly funded. Here's a grant. The IRS has been gutted. If we want to recover lost revenues, we need to fund it more. I love the IRS. I hate the IRS. We will need funds, so. Aircraft carriers. No other country has more than 2. We have 11. We'd like a 12 just to be sure. Cut down to 6, you asshole. Give legacy workers housing assistance. Some jobs just ain't coming back. Folks may have to move. Sure, if we can, why not? The Amazon workers are occupying warehouses now. The hooligans are wrecking the whole economy. Let's negotiate. We demand living wages, better benefits, and a plan to put Amazon under public ownership within 10 years. Ooh. Sounds reasonable to me. It is not reasonable. When the strike is over, Amazon will meet all the demands, but it will stay private. That's a compromise. Socialize Amazon. So we can gradually buy Amazon stocks and put workers' representatives on the board of directors. Pricey and priceless. Oh wow, seize the means. Buy the means. Don't want to go that far in the red. Seize the means. I'm afraid that is still unconstitutional. Damn it. We ought to provide just compensation as per 5th Amendment. Crazy idea. What if we tax capital gains from stocks at the same rate as income? An offer you can't refuse. You give us a few tax-exempt development zones and we'll start new businesses. Nah, that's cheating. That's cheating. We have some new additions to the disposition matrix. Not an urgent matter. I'll leave it on the desk. Disposition matrix. Colloquially known as the kill list. Enemies we ought to target with drones and such. Kill the kill list. Opinion. Class warfare is raging. It's time for dialogue. Public housing has a bad rep because the projects are underfunded. What are you gonna do? Let's fund them. Our healthcare plan could cover long-term care, mental health, and substance abuse. Wouldn't it be nice? Fuck hell. Yeah. Renewable energy sources are intermittent. We need to invest in energy storage. Okay, let's do that. Oh my god, we are still subsidizing oil exploration. Isn't it so 20th century? Yeah, stop the subsidies. Darling, we can make healthcare completely free at the point of service. No bills, no co-payments. A dream. And we will! The health insurance industry is spending millions in attack ads and lobbying. Some Democrats are defecting. Okay. We're losing some Congress control. We are in deficit. Only Republicans are allowed to blow big holes in the budget. We are the responsible ones. Awkward. Some Democrats are joining the Republicans in a call for moderation and fiscal responsibility. Curious how tax audits for the rich have been steadily declining. What if we increase them? Do it. Not where the money is. Yeah, do it. Let's put pressure on the trading partners. A fee on imported goods that we deem pollution. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Prices on Wall Street. Markets plunge. Investors run to safety, leverage lending, and CLOs most likely culprit. Yes, a handful of banks are solely responsible for this financial crisis, but they are too big to fail. Bail them out. What do you mean, no? Well, this time we can take them over. Bank nationalization is actually rather common. Let them down. It won't pass. Maybe later. Okay. Oh, so that'll come back to me. Are we all in some medieval LARP shit? Abolish the death penalty, Your Highness. Yeah, let's absolutely do that. Will you include dental and vision coverage in our medical care for all my? We'd be even better than Canada. I mean, that would be awesome, but it won't pass, so maybe later. Budget item, black budget. It's a secret. Ugh, Jesus. What? It's a secret. I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. I'm joking, of course. Do tell me. CIA, NSA, secret wars, illegal detention centers, the sensitive, the embarrassing, the unpopular. Cut that shit. Demilitarization and a peaceful foreign policy made the electorate less concerned with national security. Okay, that's cool. Very nice side effect of ending wars is that we have less veterans to heal, more resources for everybody. Awesome. 6 million convicted felons had their vote taken away. Disenfranchisement is morally unjustifiable. Re-enfranchise. Darn, Monsanto controls near about all seeds. Y'all have to reform patents because this ain't working for us. Yeah, I agree. Let's do that. I guess we could bring a couple of factories back to the US. You just have to sweeten the deal. Factories. Sure. I sense a disturbance in the media. Some powerful people are plotting a smear campaign against us. Okay. Now farmers can't even fix their own tractors without breaking the law. Plain greed, if you ask me. Right to repair, of course. Scandalgate. Leaked email revealed the Democratic Party's dirty secrets. Scandalgate email revealed that there are illegal immigrants interning for the government. Minutia. Affirmative action. Your lovey-dovey immigration policies are quite unpopular. Can I help you find the right balance? Sure. See what you have to say. Oh boy, the midterm elections are here again. Are you ready? Fine. Let me turn that off. While we made historic gains in the Senate, we'll have more agency, but let's not get too big-headed. Billionaires are now unable to trade artworks in order to dodge taxes. The art world is doomed. This must suffer? No. Are now unable to dodge taxes. Nobody has ever given so much money to the arts. We must impose complete transparency regarding the ownership of offshore companies. What about all the private jet flights emerged from Scandalgate leak? We'll fly less. They're already pretty far away. Yeah, let's go with the unpopular opinion. Regarding Scandalgate, are you apologizing to the offended sex worker? What? Sends them back. Keeps them close enough. I don't know what this means exactly. All miners ain't gonna learn to code. Offer them a generous early retirement. Well, sure, they've probably deserve it. Whoopee! A single pair, we were able to negotiate better prices with health providers and big pharma. Excellent. We must keep the bad guys out of this country. Let's continue the border wall construction. Not the wall, dude. Not the wall. Let's deny more public services to America. What? We'd save taxpayer money and gently nudge. What the fuck? Yeah. Telling you to join the team wasn't a great idea. I bet if politicians had to publish their tax returns, they'd be less inclined to use and defend. Had to publish their tax returns, they'd be less inclined to use. Ooh, yes. A cable from the Cayman Islands. Money laundering is part of our cultural heritage. You are being insensitive. Part of your cultural heritage. We've been called out. Embargo them? No. People like bold ideas. Let's start deporting all the undocumented. Oh my god, this guy should... It's distraction, we need to stop talking about it. Good call. Dude, private health insurances are going out of business. You better invest in workers' retraining. Sounds fair. Oh, publishing our tax returns made our base realize that we are in fact quite wealthy. Judging by the Scandalgate receipts, you seem awfully concerned for your personal safety. I overindulged. Wow, who knew that tighter tax audits on the rich would recover so much lost revenue? We did. Your capital control measures are, well, working. Investors are upset, but they can't easily move their money abroad. Okay. I'm no fan of inspections, but Donald Skunk has lowered food standards and screwed up honest folks. Raise the standards. Your subsidized renewables made offshore oil drilling unprofitable. Here's some mass layoffs for you. That's fine. Dang, some hospitals depended on inflated prices to be profitable. Now they are shutting down. Poor things. Save them. What a shame. Save them. We are overtaxing our wealthy donors. Please let's give them an itty bitty tax cut. A cheer for the donors. Never. Never. Housing segregation belongs to our racist past. Tell municipalities inclusionary zoning or no federal funds. Fuck yeah. Thanks to the increased funding, the IRS was able to bust more tax evaders than ever. Fantastic. Former Guantanamo detainees are suing us for mistreatment, lack of due process, torture, extraordinary renditions. Settle. I mean, we shouldn't fight them. It's totally our fault. Companies can import meat and pass it as American. Trade agreements are all messed up. And force some labels. We can fund militia in neighboring countries to block immigrants before they even reach our borders. Sounds sketchy as fuck. All that fake plant-based meat is damaging the cattle industry. Ban it for good. No, it's sustainable. Billionaires rush to philanthropy. I'd rather give everything to the opera than fund this government. Well, cool. Great. Oh, my feet. Are you hurting feet? Stop that. We could tie immigration to employment status even more. If you don't have a job, you are out. Fuck off. Wow, this is just... Like, the immigration guy is just a total dick. Because of your absurd pay gap tax, CEOs are now making only 50 times more than the employees. Oh, boo-hoo. Is America ready to cover gender-affirming medical procedures for trans people? Oh, of course. Look at this money and people power we got now. Yay, the expansion of Medicare is going well. You only have to allocate a little more budget to it. Pretty please. You got it, babe. Medicare for all is doomed to fail. Trust me, I work for the medical insurance industry. Completely different, buddy. Unbelievable. It turns out when you legalize immigrants, they start paying income taxes. Yes, they feel included. They actually invest. Boom, national cap on rent increases. Stomp those shitty landlords. Stomp. Have some respect. National cap on rent increases. Your reforms are popular, but the optics could be better. You should publicly condemn communism. Communism is complex. Energy storage needs to be much cheaper in order to make renewables reliable. R&D. The war on coal is real. Green New Deal keeps destroying jobs. Having trouble connecting with Christians, visit the Pope. He is a crypto leftist after all. No gods, no masters. I wouldn't mind meeting him to see what he's like. To impress the Pope, you should casually drop a cool verse from the Bible. Romans, sure. The energy created with taxpayer money had better be sold to municipal and worker-owned utilities. Yeah, why not? We have so much power already. Greed is a necessary evil. Don't need any more power. Could use a bit more money. Time flies. We're at the end of your presidency. I admit, I'm glad it's over. Change is so stressful. Good job, comrade. The working class is more organized and militant than ever. We are building socialism as we speak. This is so awesome. We met our emissions targets and proved that decarbonization is possible. So much hope. All the fiscal conservatives predicted doom and gloom, but we are leaving office with a budget surplus. I am very proud. You did well, Treasurer. Wow, your approval ratings are stellar. If we don't mess it up, we'll have another Democratic president after you. End of simulation. But wait, this was only one of the 18 quintillion possible scenarios. Ready for the next one? Fun. That was fun. A solid hour. I really enjoyed that. It was engaging. It was well paced. It didn't clutter the process with too much jargon. Some very satisfying choices and decisions. Some not. But I imagine that's just the nature of it. Wasn't sure what to expect when I came into this game, but I enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. It's good stuff. Let me power off. No, I've done this before. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. Coolio. So that was a democratic socialism simulator by Molindustria. And it is going for only $3 on itch.io. By the way, if you buy from itch.io, a part of your payment goes directly to the devs. So it's a great platform to support up and coming devs and indie devs. So if you like the game and you want to buy it, do it on itch.io. I am putting the link in the in the chat box for you. Cool. So the next game we were gonna look at is Catlateral damage. Yes, you heard that right. Catlateral damage. Catlateral Damage is a first-person destructive cat simulator where you play as a cat on a rampage, knocking as much stuff onto the ground as possible. See the world through the eyes of a cat. Like other first-person games, you can walk and look around, jump and crouch. Unlike other first-person games, your primary weapons are your two cat paws, which you can use to swipe at the knock objects to the floor. Play from the perspective of a crazy domestic house cat. Destroy precious collectibles and expensive electronics with your little paws. Make a mess of every room in the house from the bedroom to the kitchen. Procedurally generated houses for endless replayability. That's cool. Loads of collectibles, unlockable cats, power-ups, over 230 photos of real-life cats to find and collect. Delightful. Epilepsy warning. Some in-game effects may be problematic for some players. These can be disabled under the audiovisual tab of the options menu of the title screen. That's nice. That makes it more accessible. Going for about $10 on itch.io. Let us... And this one is by Manicoware. So let's check it out. Catlateral. Catlateral. Oh, speaking of, I should put on my roll on 1 minute. Not a good time to be unprepared against mosquito invasions right now. The cute kitty. Sort of. Tutorial collection options. Ooh, can I use the controller? Ooh, I can. Field of view, invert the axis, no. Audio visual. Quality, perfect. Meow K, possum. Perfect. Full screen, disable flashing effects, yes. English, solve it. Save. Tutorial. Let's learn how to play Catlateral damage. Let's do that. Knock objects onto the floor. So I can swipe, I can jab. Those are movements, look around, jab. Two kinds of swap. Swap left and swap right. Okay. Oh wow, look at that jump. That's fantastic. That's such a good, healthy jump. Okay. Let me look at my beautiful work here. Appreciate my work here. This is awesome cat castle that you bought for me. There you go. Okay, so there's more stuff I gotta find. There's the toy robot. Got that. Something up here? Nope. There's a poster of me. That's Nippy. Books. I hate books. Take that, books. Big fat red book. I hate you too. A pot and the photo. Here's the pot. Yeah. Done. Click the box to continue. What? Oh, okay. Cat training complete. Okay. Oh, this is cute. Okay, continue. My dinner is 5 minutes late. Time to make a mess. Okay. 4 books, 36 panels or random objects. Here we go, all them books. All them books be gone. Drop everything, everything. Aha! Drop everything. There we go. You get everything? Not enough space. Just push it with my body. Oh, what that means is 4 books equal 4 points. Okay, got it. Okay, good. Drop all this shit. Awesome. There you go. Event. A mouse is loose. Catch it. Where is this mouse? Oh, that's how I crouch. Mouse. Where are you, mouse? I did it! Got the mouse. This is a power-up. Catnip. Oh, whoa. Okay. So I'm high and destructive now. go. Sun needs to be dropped proper, good and proper. There we go. Yay, we unlocked Rex's photo. Esoteric. Ah, more books. Go away, books. Go away. We don't want your books. On the shelf. We want your books, not on the shelf. That's a really cute sock. So happy my cats are not like this. At all. Thank goodness. They're better cats than I am. Than I would ever be. It's in here. Ah, toilet. Let's mess up the washroom. There we go. You also. You also. It's Kitty strong. Oh shit, there's a time limit. Shit, fuck. New upgrade. Speed increase. Okay, great. Oh, there's an upgrade in here too. Time's up. Alright, give this another shot. Okay. Continue. Objective mode, litter box mode. Try the objective mode one more time. Oh, we can choose a different cat now. Mitten. Take Mitten. Oh, it's time to make a mess. You got it, buddy. Make that fucking mess. There we go. Off to the ground with you. Off to the ground with you. If there's an upgrade in here. Knew it. SWAT increased. Awesome. SWAT power is increased. Super. Yeah, these flat ones take a lot of time. I wonder if they're worth it even. Oh, so all those other shells. Nice. Yeah. Why is this so satisfying? Okay. Event. A power-up has appeared. 29 seconds. Where though? Oh, it shows me. Ah! No, I'm not gonna be able to get it. Oh, chopsticks are 7. Yeah. So chopsticks and books. Upgrade in here, I think. Jump increased, super. Yeah. Did we miss anything? Yeah, we did. We've completed this room, yeah? Event! Kill the red glowing dots. Got it. How do I get in the shower? Oh, it's open. I should be able to. Yeah. Okay, maybe focus on finding books or chopsticks. Ah, books. Take that, books. How do I get up there? Oh, over the door. Oh, we're close. We're in the 300s. We're close. I'd be able to get up there. The door was... Shit, 1 minute left. Okay. To find some more books. Great. Done? We done? Oh, all books are done. Ooh, okay. We did it. Get in where? Get in where? Oh, the box. Yay! Get 250 objects, bonus, glasses, and the paper thingies. I swat this enough. Swat you enough. Pony. I'm a little bored with this, let's say. It is kind of pleasant and it's good for what it is, I think. But I think if there was a way to kind of diversify the functions a little bit, like with this, like you have this swat and this jab. If there was a way to, there are certain things where you could only utilize them by swatting and jabbing in a certain sequence or in a certain way. It's like a little bit more diversity and challenge, I think, would be good for this game. It's got the basic idea down. Yeah. Wow. So, like these power-ups, like they add some diversity to it. Upgrade. Jump increase, that's fantastic. Good stuff. Bathroom. Ooh, the toilet paper. Fuck yes. Thank you. Ruin the litter box? I mean, how do you ruin a litter box? Make a mess is what I meant. There's an upgrade in there. For Rifle Lab unlocked. Okay. Cat can side straight jumps. We're only halfway there. Not even that. I only have a minute left. This is a high violations. Welcome in. this is a cat and cat making a mess simulator. So I basically just have to swat things off of shelves and counters and stuff. The counter on the top left, 125 out of 250. I gotta throw down like 250 items because I'm mad because the litter box hasn't been cleaned in a while or something. So this is basically a cat tantrum simulator. Lovely indeed. How are you today, Violacious? Caught me on the tail end of this games showcase. I think once I do this bit, I'm gonna move on to the next one. But I don't think I'm gonna make. No, I'm definitely not gonna make it. I just don't have enough time to get all of them. Should I get some of those bottles though? Oh, time's up. I'm doing very well. Helped Annie with some Lyran board config tonight. What is that? What's Lyran board? Lyran board. Lyran board. Well, that was fun. Yeah, for those of you who like a silly time pass kind of simulator, this one is nice. It's pleasant. It works well for what it is. I would prefer a bit more diversity in the functions and the gameplay. I think that would be nice, but it's good. I liked it. We're gonna put the link for the game in the chat if you are interested. And that was Catlateral Damage by Manic-Aware. It's going for $10 on itch.io, so check it out if you liked it. There's a virtual stream deck that also taps into Twitch events for special redeems and multi-actions. Oh damn, that sounds useful and fun. Do you use one also? Or is it just Annie? Right, the game we're gonna move on to next is called Signs of the Sojourner. The description sounded pretty interesting to me. Hi, Tongi. The description sounded pretty interesting to me. So I'm looking forward to testing this out, see what it's about. You use it too. Cool. Physical one cannot catch the events. Okay. Oh, and you're doing a virtual one for Annie. Oh, okay. Cool. Think I might look into that, actually. I didn't know there were virtual. I mean, like, of course there would be. But I didn't look into it. Signs. My category is not loading for some reason. Yeah, categories are not loading. Okay, I'll just leave that there. If it decides to load later, it will. Otherwise, it won't. Fuck it. Let's just get into it then instead. Rereading chat. Where is it? Signs of the Sojourner. This one is by Echo Dog Games. Signs of the Sojourner is a narrative deck-building game about connecting and communicating with others. It breaks away from typical card battlers by instead challenging you to understand different perspectives and navigate social situations. Your deck is your character, shaped by your experiences and relationships. Different decks will lead to different narrative paths as your cards impact your ability to communicate with various characters. Rather than building the most powerful deck, you will have to make decisions about who you want to be in this world and how you relate to others. This sounds so interesting to me. Set in a new future Earth-like world, you take over your mother's store after her death, traveling to diverse locations in order to acquire goods for the shop. This is a world where communities are more insulated, where travel is difficult, and where climate change has made life hard. But you'll still encounter optimistic stories, compassionate characters, and delightful surprises. Awesome. Currently going for $20 on itch.io. Let's jump into this and see what happens. Jongi. Can I use my controller? Nope. Childhood spat. The worst fight you and Elias ever had was over a strange locket in Mom's desk. Curiosity got the best of you, but Elias? We'll call him Elias. But Elias was afraid to get into trouble. View your calendar inventory card. Okay. Elias, your mom has collected so much cool stuff in here. How many towns has she visited now? Logical and diplomatic, empathetic and observant. So all my cards are the same at the moment. Drag and drop cards onto the placemat to play them. Oh, okay. So let's match that. And that one match. Oh, and he played the matching one. Match that. Okay. What does that do? Gives me a dialogue option. Conversations. Completing a sequence will earn a boop. A mismatch will earn a bat. When all boop or bat have been earned, the conversation will end. Okay, click on speech bubbles to view previous dialogue. So here's... Let's play Carabiniers, just like her. You be the driver, I'll be the navigator. Wait, hang on. You shouldn't look in her desk. She's gonna be mad. Is that a locket? I've never seen your mom wear a locket. Elias, hey, you're not listening. We shouldn't be snooping. I cannot match that anymore. Why do you always drag me into stuff like this? Put it back before we get caught. Childhood spat. The fight that could have only ended how it did. You and Elias talked past each other. Sometimes Mom said it's fine to not get along, but that time she stepped in to mediate. You two, what are you doing in here? I'll need to leave soon. The caravan's almost here. Come say goodbye. What are you even fighting about? Chord. Created when you and the other person each play one card together, connecting 4 of the same symbol in a row. A chord will protect your progress when a mismatch is made. Ah, okay. 4 symbols in a row gives me a little protection. Okay, got it. Do I get a white bloop? It's okay to not always understand each other. One communication doesn't have to end a friendship. Let me help you figure this out. If you get a little lost, think about how he's reacted in the past, how you've been able to connect and get past your differences. So a lot of like empathy is good for Elias. Okay, sorry, that's the previous bit. He has a lot of empathy cards. Not all disagreements have to be the end of your friendship. Listen to each other, see if you can find common ground. It's a good lesson. You'd think back on the fight years later after Mom passed on, when you and Elias had to rely on each other all the more. 15 years later. This is interesting. Farewells, it's your first time back inside Mom's old store since the funeral. All told, she didn't leave much. She was always on the road, and what she brought back sold fast. Elias runs his hand down an empty shelf before clearing his throat. You feel it too, don't you? The weirdness of being in here without your mom. Can't seem to wrap my head around her being gone. My bad. Now I'm the one making things weird. It's alright, Elias. It's a weird experience. Accommodate duplicates. Duplicate both symbols of the previous card. I don't understand. So we got the accord there. Let me play that. So didn't we do that? Oh, they're different symbols. And that's an accommodate. Okay. Yeah, you're right. She wouldn't want us to dwell. I gotta cheer up. After all, she always looked so pleased when she was here. Making people smile, giving them samples of cool new stuff, even if they were broke. I think it might have just have been her favorite place. Seems like a really cool mom. She'd be so happy to see the two of us taking over the store like this. You out there on the open road and me keeping an eye on things here, which is totally just as exciting. Not that I mind, of course, being stuck out there in the caravan would drive me crazy. Oh, there's the caravan now, right on schedule. The leader, Nadine, runs a tight ship, but I don't trust her. Okay. I hear she's planning to drop the town from the caravan route. That'd be real bad for Barto. Hey, while you're out there, maybe you can change your mind? I'll try. I do want the caravan to keep coming this way. No matter what, you're gonna do great. I bet you'll come back with a bunch of cool stuff. You packed everything you need, right? Socks? If the truck breaks down out there and you don't have socks, it's all over. Don't worry about this place. It's in good hands. Take care of yourself out there. Aw, you'll miss Elias too, and wish you didn't have to leave so soon. You've planned this trip for a while, but it only started to feel real in the last few hours. Store needs 3 new products. Okay. I need to find 3 items to make the store reopening a success. Alright. Choose a card from your experience to gain. And a card from your past to forget. Forget this one, because we have so many. Accommodate duplicates both symbols of the previous card. I have these 2. I will take this. It's very interesting. deck building game to get by in the world through conversation and empathy. Home, Bartow, quiet enough to hear the grasshoppers rub their wings together at dawn and the crickets at dusk. You know, the name, nickname, the favorite color of every person in town. It's past time to leave for a spell. Logical and diplomatic. And that's Nadine. Okay, so Nadine is logical and diplomatic, and empathetic and observant. The resolute leader of the caravan. And Elias is working a shift at the roadhouse. Follow close. Almost a dozen vehicles sputter down Bartow's dirt roads. Their engines once signaled Mom's imminent departure, as well as her return. Nadine, sitting on the running board of her truck cab, gestures for your attention. I trust you have sufficient provisions for the route. Our first stop will be Pachenko, the artist colony. Nadine mentioned a place from Mom's stories, Pachenko. Be alert, reptiles cross Thunder Lizard Road to their heart's content. You don't want guts on your windshield. Okay. Nadine told me about the road from home to Chinko. Cool. My condolences for your loss. Your mom and I had our differences, but I respected her all the same. Before the caravan heads up, we need to talk. Okay. What about? Unless you turn this store around and keep it well stocked, the caravan will have to drop Bartow from the route. Without the store in good shape, it doesn't make sense for the caravan to stop here. An awful waste of resources. I probably don't have to spell it out that this would be bad for Bartow. I know y'all depend on the traffic. It seems we're more or less on the same page. It's not my choice, not entirely. I make the final call, but I'm beholden to the caravan members and their needs. Believe it or not, Bartow would be dropped already if I didn't owe your mom a favor. I argued on your behalf. Let's find some items then. Oh. Huzzah! It might not sound like it, kid, but I'm in your corner. My hands are tied with this. I want to see you succeed. Nothing about this situation is good, but Nadine probably isn't to blame. You thank her for the info. This is interesting. What a cool way to tell a story. I mean, choose your own adventure dialogue type thing, but you play cards and build a deck to manipulate those choices. Kind of fresh. This is really refreshing. Choose a card from your experience to gain. I'll lose one of these. No. Yeah, I'll lose one of those. I'll gain one of those, yeah. So it's time to move on. Okay. I really like the interface and the colors and yeah, the interface in general. Like caravan's first stop, Pachenko. And by the 31st I need to find 3 items. Okay. Profiles, total concordant conversations, discordant conversations, right? Their locations. Ooh, lots of people to meet. These are my cards. This is an ability that's been discovered that we already saw the instructions to. Items, nothing. Calendar. Trips remaining. Okay. Can we go? Ah, Pachinko's over there. A thriving arts community on a high plateau. The caravan's first stop on route. Pachinko. The twisty canyon road leads to Pachinko would send a green traveler in circles. A rundown vehicle has trouble with the last slope up to the plateau, but Nadine leaves no one behind. Thomas, a painter with the disposition of a small nervous cat. Logic and empathy for her. She's admiring some of the public art. Let's talk to Nadine first. Among artists, Nadine contemplates a cast bronze sculpture of a frill-necked lizard whose head has been replaced with a man's vacant features. She rubs her chin for a while, chewing on some thoughts. You handle those steep hills and inclines well. The caravan's next stop will be Clifton, the market town. The road we take is prone to landslides. Ride close. If I can't see your truck, I can't protect you. Okay. Good. Your mom, she had a lot of history here in Pachinko. Many friends, I believe. I always loved the licorice. You admire the sculpture with Nadine in companionable, oh, that's an interesting word. Companionable silence. I like that. For a moment, imagining how Mom must have found herself in an identical situations many, many times over the years. Okay. Choose a card from your experience to gain. I'll take that. And a card from your past to forget. Yeah. Thomas. The artist's stall. Thomas sits demurely surrounded by paintings that depict fruit trees and most prolifically a calico cat rendered in the finest detail. Each portrait is signed with an illegible flourish, different each time. But the crowds fade as you inhabit the lacune inside each piece. I'll be quiet as you converse with the art. I hope you like it. Oh, I need to provide a statement. Why would she do that? Cool. That piece is called Self-Portrait number 5. I felt such an affinity with the tree depicted. It's a good tree. How does it make you feel when you stare at the branches? That was not my intention at all. But at least it elicited a reaction from you. I will probably throw that piece in the trash. No! Don't throw it in the trash. Totally concordant. Oh, you like that one? Let me wrap that for you. Safe and secure on your travels. My first sale this month. I'm having my first art show next month. You could come if you like. Every compliment on Thomas's artwork is a drop in a bottomless bucket. Who knows if you've done anything for his self-esteem, but the painting is nice. Thomas invited you to his show next month. Of Thomas's paintings, the colors are astounding. Lovely. So we have one item now. We'll keep this. And I will... get rid of that. Done. Conversation's done. Let's move on. Items? Yay, we got an item. Super. Go check out Clifton. I'm really enjoying this. Scanyon Town has some incredible views of the long expanse. Caravan's second stop on the route. Gonna meet 2 other characters, it looks like. Fatigue. Gain fatigue over time as you travel. Returning home and unpacking your items will remove it. Fatigue cannot match with any symbols. Which one's fatigue? Oh. Nice. So the more tired you get, the harder it is to connect to people. Klaus. Ramir. I like all the names. Every turn down the streets of Clifton seems to reveal another mountain in the distance, another horizon. Nadine doesn't stop for sightseers, though. You watch for pedestrians as the caravan rolls downtown. Any talks with her? No. A man from the caravan. He looks familiar. Let's chat with Ramir. Familiar face. You know his name, Ramir. He grew up in Bartow, traveled with the caravan, turned from neighbor to visitor. He's sitting off the hood of a car the same way he used to sit off his porch way back in the day. First time with a caravan, ain't it? Hope your mom taught you the ropes. It's not easy out here. I remember my first time. Pachenko, Clifton, Bukham-Boro. Whirlwind of new experiences. Ramir mentioned a place from your mom's stories, Bukham-Boro. Just keep your cool. The road to Bukham-Boro shreds a lot of tires. Don't panic if it all goes to hell. Okay. Might end up being a discordant. Yep, looks like it will be. Just listen for a moment. I'm trying to impart some words of wisdom to you here. You won't get anywhere out there if you don't learn how to listen. I'm trying, bruh. I was trying to help you out, never mind. Whatever response Rummer wanted out of you, he didn't get it. You'll just have to get over it. I guess so. Choose a card from your experience. I have 3 of these and 3 of those. Want to keep it even. Klaus. She's watching travelers walk past. Snack peddler. Vendors in Clifton compete to make the grandest promises, delivered with the loudest, most tenacious voice. For every woe, there's a product that can fix it. Klaus, on the other hand, is quiet, barely audible beneath the crowds. You must be with that caravan. Hello to you, traveler. Safety in numbers, is that it? Very wise. I'm a humble peddler of roasted nuts. Don't you enjoy those, traveler? Who does not? Life's simple pleasures. Safety! Yeah. But don't tell anyone. If everyone knew I sell roasted nuts, they'd buy them up. None left for you. We can share a secret, can't we? You and I? Just a little information. A mere factoid, kept safe between us. Perhaps you might even trust me with your own secrets. You know so much about me, and I so little about you. Scandalous. Ah. Nice. Cool. If someone inquires after these roasted nuts, simply laugh, smile, and toss a delicious handful into your mouth. Klaus's disorienting sales pitch almost makes the roasted nuts sound like an odd metaphor until she physically hands you a bundle of them. Roasted nuts from Clifton. Cool. Here's a card from your experience. Oh, definitely want that. We don't have any of those. Got 3 of each. Don't know which one to get rid of. This one? That's everything, right? Move on. This is so cool. It's very simple, but all of it put together is just awesome. Like, look at the colors on this map. The music's good. The writing is really good. Yeah, good stuff. Really enjoying it. Dusty old stop left behind when the railroad broke down. Caravan's third stop en route. Let's go. Bucamboro. A red-tailed hawk perches on the dormant railroad tracks above Bucamboro, gulping down a lizard. The few vendors in town wait outside their stores, windows cleaned and sidewalks swept. They count on the caravan's arrival. Matilda. She's grinding leaves in a mortar. Nadine. She's enjoying a bowl of matcha. At a small table outside a store, Nadine whisks matcha in a tea bowl. Her motions are precise. Not a single drop spills. Your presence feels intrusive, like you've interrupted some personal ritual. Still here? Your final stop in the route will be Aldhurst. Some call it scenic. I don't care for it. The road's in poor condition, more than most. Many travelers bypass Bucamboro, but I enjoy their matcha. This place, Bucamboro, it reminds me of Bartow. Do you find that to be an accurate assessment? You leave Nadine to sip her drink in peace. Okay. Mathilde. Mathilde's business resides in a low, earth-colored house. The first floor converted into a storefront. Barrels line the walls, filled with fresh tea leaves whose scents compete for your attention. Hey, we've got a lucky duck over here. I just about sold out of my world-famous matcha. I grind the tea leaves up myself. It takes so long, but it's soothing, not tedious. Kind of like meditation. Seems lovely. I sourced the tea leaves from out near Aldhurst. Not enough shade around here. The sun is too brutal. You ever been out that way? I swear they won the climate lottery, but the sea will eat them first, so... That's just how it goes, huh? Pick up and move wherever it's still habitable. Who knows when the groundwater will run out here? Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, a double. That's why I meditate. Ha! Only peace I get from watching the world die around me. So, matcha? Come see me again and maybe I'll read your fortune, if you're lucky. Tilda's matcha smells incredible. You're lucky to have gotten some. Tilda promised to read your fortune if you return. Nice. Got 3 items. I want this one. And we're gonna toss. This one. Move on. This is so cool. I really like it. I really like the storytelling also. What's that? Creative and industrious. Okay. Scenic town known for its comfortable climate. Last stop on the route. Let's go. Oh, that got me a fatigue. Okay. 2 fatigue cards. The central plaza bustles with families out enjoying the weather, weavers and rug makers in their open-air workshops, and old folks playing cravar in the shade. Bartow only gets a couple of days a year this mild. Creative and industrious, the hawkish owner of magnetic music. Nadine, first as usual, she whistles for you to come over. Legacies. Nadine loaded up her vehicle with pots of kimchi. Whistles for your attention. It's hard to tell if the condescension is intentional or not. So you made it. The caravan splits here. I don't take greenhorns out toward Olmare. Too dangerous for your maiden voyage. If you take the direct road back from here, you'll be fine. It's mostly downhill that direction. Scenic route 2. Route 2. 2 fatigue cards. Shit. Let's do that. Cool. Oh, shit. Do I really wanna... I'm not gonna get stuff from her, right? But I already have 3 stuff. Might as well use up one of the fatigues. Sorry, Nadine. Takes a lot to build trust with me. Actions speak louder than words, you know. Haven't kept the caravan going strong all these years by being soft. Okay, I'm trying. Gotta be more careful out here. Good. Speaking of liabilities, have you seen Ramir? Lost him around Clifton. Hope he's not getting into too much trouble. Have not seen Ramir. Listen, out of respect for your mom, I'm gonna tell you something I probably shouldn't. Ever heard of the Rilkers? They're practically royalty in Olmare and got ties all over the place. Their words law. And they've threatened to shut the caravan out of Olmare if I don't drop Bartow from the route. Oh, now I'm not one to bend so easily, but it does make things more complicated. Your store really needs to shine for the caravan to stand up to them. Working on that. Why this is happening now, I can't say. Could be your mom had some dirt on the Rilkers. Word is she had some run-ins with them in the past, and by all accounts, they're the type to hold grudges. Okay. Some more history there to discover. The timing could be better, but it's important you understand your mom was a complex woman. She had lots of opinions and made a habit of making waves wherever she went. Not the easiest person to travel with. You follow this caravan's path, the same one your mom took, and you're bound to learn some things about her. I figured. Some good, some not so much. Okay. As for you and me, I don't believe kids always take after their parents. That'd be unfair. So don't start trouble and there won't be none. I run this caravan so no one else has to, and I like it run a certain way. Safe. You're grateful to Nadine for telling you the whole story, even if you're not sure what to do with the info. Endured the caravan route. We did. Choose a card. Got 3 of these. 1 of these. 2 of these. 2 of those. We need more of that. Replace this. Aurora. Lovely name. Luthier lessons. The wooden door leading into Aurora's music store sticks in the frame. A helpful sign hangs in the window. Give it a push. As you enter, Aurora looks up from the guitar saddle she's filing down to give you a quizzical once-over. Don't know what a guitar saddle is. Let me know if you have questions about the merchandise. I'm Aurora, the founder and sole owner. If you play any instruments, please take off that jacket. All those buttons and zippers, scratch them to pieces. Okay. That's a good little hint. Got 7 cards in my deck. Okay. Clarify. Can be inserted between any valid match or played normally. Ah, okay. Just moves the conversation. What's the use of that? Oh, why though? Like, what's the point? Okay. Ever played ukulele? I teach claw hammers, so called cause you make your hand like a claw. Hold it like so. Stiffen that strumming finger. Makes a nice sound, doesn't it? Here's your first lesson. There's your first lesson. I've got to ask, have we met before? You look so familiar. Might be confusing you for one of my old students. You don't play guitar, do you? Uh-oh. Right. She wouldn't have those. I gotta keep that in mind. I'm sorry, it's just you look so awfully familiar. I can't quite place it. Strange, I'm usually pretty good with familiar faces. Let's... Oh wait, that's a fatigue. Shit. Not impressed with my work? Alright. Well, if you're not gonna buy anything, I need to close up to give a lesson now. Maybe next time you'll find something you like. Aurora has a business to run. She ushers you out the door and start a cello lesson. We want this. And we wanna get rid of... maybe that. Move on. Taking the road back. We gotta go back to Bartow, don't we? Folks in the sound. Kevin continues here without me. Aurora seems to recognize me. Clifton. Bartow, I need to get back for the reopening, but not before I stock up on items with the caravan. Yeah, okay. Are you sure you want to return home? This will end your current trip and you won't be able to leave again until after you unpack your items. Well, I do have 3, don't I? Yeah, I'm ready to go home. Downhill scenic route. Resting on the roof of your truck one evening, you browse through some of Mom's old notes. Recall her stories about the road. Mom used to reminisce about her childhood by the coast. Thinking of her, you feel some of your fatigue melt away. Remove a fatigue card. Yes! Let's go. Day 26. Coming home to Bartow after time away feels strange, like someone rearranged your bedroom while you slept. All the same pieces are still there, mostly, but what's different and what's misremembered, there's no telling. Direct and forceful, creative and industrious. Stranger. He's slicing an apple with a pocket knife. Perhaps you shouldn't talk to him. Perhaps you shouldn't. Best friend forever, you always said. Unpack your truck and rest before your next trip. Let's talk to him. You find Elias at home sitting on the floor surrounded by craft materials, glue markers, cardstock, thin polystyrene sheets. He looks exhausted. Hey buddy. Hey, look, I made it back in one piece. While you were gone, I made something you can stock in the store. Bartow key rings. People love souvenirs. Looks like you got plenty of stuff for the store already, but these will be popular. They'll make good mementos to help travelers remember Bartow. You don't owe me this time. Aha. Unless they're really popular. Oh, and you won't believe what else I found while you were gone. Check it out, your mom's old locket. Don't worry, I won't get upset with you for taking it this time. In fact, I think you should. Good luck, charm of your own. You might need it out on the road. Yeah, thanks for finding it. Anyway, how's the caravan? Did Nadine say anything else about Bartow or your mom? You didn't have to break the news to anyone, did you? I bet rumors probably spread fast on the road. Oh, it matches it exactly. Shit. You must be tired. It's okay. Trips always take a lot out of me, too. Aw, man. You managed to get Nadine to tell you more? That's impressive. You're a natural. I wonder what the Rilkers have got to do with your mom. They've got ties all over the place from what I hear. No wonder they're able to pressure the caravan. Gotta say, Nadine kinda intimidates me, but maybe there's more to her than meets the eye. I bet there is. Oops, shit. I thought you'd be happier to see me again. I am. You don't have fatigue. I have fatigue. There's a difference between us now. Whoopsie. God damn it. Do you not want to talk? That's a bummer. Do you want to talk? Yeah. Yeah. I guess you have to be tough to make it out there on the road, kind of like your mom was. That's it? Sounds like they butted heads. I'm still not sure I trust Nadine. Rilkers or no Rilkers, it'd be real bad for lots of good people if the caravan stopped coming here. We gotta keep the store doing well so there's no excuse for them to drop Bartow from the route. Yeah, done. Whatever. I won't make a fuss when Nadine comes around, maybe. But she's not some authority on your mom. Okay. Good. Elias is bursting with excitement over the store. Hopefully these keyrings will be a hit. Everyone has keys, right? Just a fact of life. Elias found mom's old locket. Wonder what's inside. It says the keyrings are the best souvenirs. Choose a card. Oh, I want to keep this. And I should get rid of... one of these. No. Yeah. Coming home from, yeah. I don't have the cards to have a coordinate conversation with them, so I think I'll unpack and rest instead. Welcome home. When everything is unpacked, let's hang out, Elias. Cool. Cool. Whoa, that's... Oh, it's just resetting. Okay, I thought a lot of time had passed. You and Elias catch up, picking up right where you left off. You tell him about your first time in the quaint town of Aldhurst. He tells you how proud he is that the store's grand opening was a success, praising you for stocking an impressive 4 items. Will it be enough for the caravan to stand up to the Rilkers? Yeah, we sold out all of them. The solar technician waxed poetic about the sun in Clifton while picking up his groceries. The technician told me about the road from home to Clifton. We already knew that, I think. A man wearing a hat and sunglasses bought a Bartow keyring, praising the artistry in a deep voice. The school teacher brought the painting to decorate her classroom. Ah, lovely. Conspiracy theorist almost forgot his groceries while telling you about aliens in Buckhamborough. The theorist told me about the road. Okay, we knew about the road already. Buckhamborough, anyway. This is so cool. It's such a pleasant experience. Home, a flock of mourning doves bunch up on a dormant power line, bending it beneath their weight. Little scuffles break out, miniature avian dramas, raining down feathers, the road calls. To Samuel, the owner at the roadhouse and Mom's old friend. Okay, we'd probably have a good conversation with you as well as you. She's preparing to leave. You're about to leave. Where is he? Okay. This guy? Ah. What about Rohit? New face with the caravan. He's busy preparing for the road. Lots of people of color. So cool. Elias first. Instruments needed. You locate Elias by following the sound of a woodwind instrument. He's standing on a rock, performing for an empty field. You've never seen him use an instrument in his life. I need your help. I told Samuel I'd perform for his big event at the Roadhouse. We're gonna pull in so many visitors we won't even need the caravan. Maybe. But I'm not a musician. I will try to give you some confidence. Seriously, I only have this plastic recorder. I can't go on stage with this. I'd die right there on the spot. If you find any instruments on the road, please grab them for me. Not for free, of course. I'm good for it. Okay. Maybe you can find something at the big Aldhurst Cook-Off Festival. Your mom used to bring the best toys back from that. Aldhurst, okay. I mean, I'm too old for toys now, of course, but they sell instruments there too. Right. That store, right. This is really interesting. This is a lot more involved and varied than I anticipated. Really, really appreciating this game. So fresh. You go there. Oh shit. Fuck. Fuck. This is our way of helping the town and the store. What's your problem? This. In the meantime, I'll just practice with this recorder. Worst case scenario, just remember you're not alone. We're doing what we can to keep this town on the caravan route too. This behavior is unusual for Elias, this desperation for new experiences. Your promises alleviate his worries, at least for the moment. Needs an instrument. Aldhurst is hosting a cook-off. Hosting a community cook-off. Cool. Choose a card to keep. Um, let's keep. Got 2 of those. Yeah, these are hard. This is hard to do. I don't think I want to change anything. Let's talk to you first. Owner of the Roadhouse and Mom's old friend. Pick me up. Samuel's out back by the smoker, flipping an enormous rack of ribs with his bare hands. He's been at it so long he barely feels the flames. He wipes his greasy mitts on his apron, then rushes over to give you a bear hug. The color of his beard and his hair. Awesome. There you are, kiddo. I was starting to think you'd forgotten about your old pal Samuel. Haven't seen you around so much lately, not since the funeral. First, thank you. Chatter allows you to immediately play another card. Oh, okay, so it gives you another turn. Huh? Okay. So they're gonna play again. Yep, losing your mom left a giant-sized hole in this town, that's for sure. Everyone here has been so damn down, including myself. And the fact that business has been so slow around here lately, well, that don't help things much either. It's good to mourn, but let it go on too long, then it becomes a mope. That's not good. Not what your mom would have wanted. Been thinking. Barto could really use a kickstart, a pick-me-up, if you will. Night of fun and dancing right here at the Roadhouse to rejuvenate the town and hopefully even bring in some new customers. What do you think? I think this is a good idea. Protection. Good stuff. Already spoke to Elias about organizing a show portion of the evening, and guess what? He's planning on doing a special performance. Didn't realize he knew how to play any instruments, but hey, that kid's full of surprises. I'm also going to be cooking up something special for the occasion. But oh, that reminds me. Think you could help me stock up on my secret ingredient? I'd be happy to help. Around Rimina, this one fella ferments his own vinegar. I used to cook with it when I lived out east. The taste can't be beat. Samuel mentioned a place from Mom's stories, Rimina. Rimina, vinegar. Thanks, kiddo. It's so good to see you holding down the fort. I know it's hard, but we'll get through all this together. Samuel wants vinegar from Rimina. Got it. Samuel's jubilant disposition is infectious. He sends you on your way, but not before giving you another hug and a handful of smoked ribs. What a lovely man. Oh, chatter. Yeah, we'll take a chatter. And we will get rid of. One of these, actually. Two of them is not proving as useful as I thought. Nadine. Nadine is checking in with the Carabineers, kicking tires and preparing for the road ahead. If you ride with the caravan this time, it's the full route, no training wheels. Think you can handle that? I usually expect folks to be more experienced before taking them along. I'm making an exception here. I won't hold your hand. I can help around Rimina, but I've got to look out for everyone else too. Let's try the chatter. And play again. Ooh. Prepare. Choose which card from your deck you will draw next. Lets you. Okay. Nice. Would love me one of those. The road from Elders to Remina is mountainous. Be prepared. Okay. I came by the store earlier. Not bad. If you keep this up, Barto might stay on the route after all. Believe it or not, I have faith in you. You made it to Elders your first time out. It's a promising start. Thanks, Nadine. Got only one option here. Ooh. Observe. Reveals the other person's hand when played. Okay. It's useful too. But there's no point. Because I can't match you. Can't do nothing. Might as well play this. Oh wow, I had no fucking idea about that. Cool. You know, you are welcome to ride with us, but I won't lie and say the caravan is always the easiest route. It's good for providing safety and expertise, but it's a long road. You'll get a good haul, but you'll be exhausted by the end. I'll get you there, but it's still on you to acquire the goods you need. Just remember, you can't please everyone, and you'll have a hard time on the road if you try to. She nods to herself as she gives your truck a once-over and continues with her inspections. Clarify can be inserted between or played normally. Reveals direct and forceful. Take one of these. Should we try? No, I don't have enough. I just don't have enough cards. Let's see. Who wanted what? Trips remaining. Oh, that's it? Only get that many trips? Okay. These are my cards. Calendar. Elders will be hosting a cook-off. I need to make it back to Barto in time. Samuel needs vinegar from Rimina, and Ilias needs an instrument. Okay. Yeah, let's ride. So these are the two places I need to go. No one stop for class. Starting on day 21. Oh, okay. So we don't need to go there yet. Okay, let's go. Streets are rowdy with celebration. Parents choral their children around dynamic sculptures. Old friends collide into spontaneous talks. Dog tails wag with the velocity of a fan on fan blades. Is it always like this around here? He's working on a show opening, his own. Pachenko locals float in and out of a small open-air space where Thomas exhibits his paintings. His artwork attracts curious observers, but his nervousness repels them. I know we're almost strangers, but do I have food stuck in my teeth? Can't find a mirror. Please don't ask me questions. Everyone keeps asking me questions that I don't know the answers to. Why does anyone do an art show? Why do people run galleries? Everyone is staring in silence. Have you ever seen a truck? They're impossible to draw. If you mess up the proportions, whew, you have a truck? Oh. Nice. Yes. Please take a painting with you. I can't look at it. You're my best friend right now. My mentor bought a piece. Marquez. It was nice. She scares me. Got another painting. You bonded with Thomas about the difficulties of new ventures. Sharing your own troubles sparks looks of recognition from him. He's grateful for your visit. Happy to come to your art show. Let's take that. Place it with that. Marquez, she's chatting with a group of artists. Yes, let's speak to her. There's an outdoor art show in the square with a well-to-do crowd in attendance. Your dusty attire raises eyebrows as you browse. Stopping to study an oil painting of an abandoned city, you're suddenly aware of being studied yourself. Don't mind me, I can't help but delight in the sight of new faces around Pachenko. My name is Marquez, and this lovely little show is all my doing. I heard about your mom. Please accept my deepest condolences. I've rolled out the red carpet if I'd known you're coming. So, is that piece your favorite? Well, it's a bit dour for my taste, but to be drawn to that piece in particular, you must have a keen eye for art. The city in the painting is Hara, once great, now dead and abandoned. It's distracting to focus on the unpleasantness of the past. Wouldn't you rather enjoy some cute cat paintings from a circle artist? Circle artist. Oh, you haven't heard of the Circle? Strange, but your attire does suggest you've been spending your time under a rock. Well, no matter. You're here now and it's no accident. You see, I too have a keen eye for talent. Shit! So close! God damn. Okay, we still protected that. Damn it! Damn it. Oh, it's not your favorite? Interesting. Very interesting. Nice. The Circle is Pachenko's Council of Patrons, of which I am one, obviously. Our guidance is what sets the town apart from the others. No art means no vision, no future, the makings of a dead, sterile civilization. Not unlike Hara here. Your mom shared the Circle's vision, you know. Many years ago, Pachenko was her home. The town owes a lot to her. First time I met her, I had a very good feeling, the same one I feel talking to you now. I do hope you'll come back. The Circle can always use new friends. If you disagree, you're quite mistaken. You shouldn't be so quick to judge what you don't understand. Oh, it automatically gives me a right. Should have seen that coming. And then there's the cue to take my leave. I have lots to do, you know. Please enjoy, Pachenko. Perhaps we'll speak again sometime when you're feeling more amenable. You and Margie parted apart on tense terms. She seems like she's used to getting her way. Get rid of that one, actually. Move on. Oh, Hara is over here. Can we go there? No. Let's go to Clifton. On this visit, there's more to observe. The distant beauty around Clifton, the rows of sheer cliff faces, portraits of sedimentation built through centuries. Must be why so many rooftops have chairs and tables. There's Klaus. Rohit, he's loading pecans into a truck. Let's talk to Klaus. Curious Spider. Of all the merchants of Clifton, Klaus runs the only entirely empty stall that nonetheless remains open for business. From appearances alone, it's not clear what that business is. Confused tourists scan the stall and walk on. Roasted nuts? Appears your travels have been prosperous. Congratulations to you. It is good to see you thrive. I'm afraid I'm fresh out of roasted nuts, supply issues and so on. Nothing to be done about it in these times. There's no need for rude sentiments. Still can't, yo. Damn it. You speak in such elaborate riddles. Oh, that painting you possess. Who is the talented artist of this piece? My, the colors. The wonders of this world never cease, to be sure. You know, Clifton isn't my home. I travel much like yourself. Nicely done. Do you find these places you go welcome you, arms open? You can't always trust a smile, I've learned, over and over. I wondered, the more I mistrusted, was it my fault? But it often has nothing to do with you, not personally. Remember that. That's good advice. Klaus stole your painting. One moment Klaus stands in front of you, alluding to troubles in Clifton and throughout the world. The next, she vanishes. Oh, you fucking bitch. It's not personal. I'll try and remember that. Alexis, an enthusiastic peddler of salty snacks. We can chat. Bad company. After the theft, no one looks you in the eye. Idle merchants become busy as you pass. Have you contracted a disease? You approach a nut merchant who hastily tries to close. Excuse me, stranger. I must break for lunch. Come back another time. Or don't. Shit. Oh, I can't be so cruel to a newcomer. Around Clifton, it's an ill omen to be stolen from. Your bad luck spreads. Superstitious, sure, but notice how others stare simply because we converse. I am marked, at least for a time. Right. By the way, I have heard roasted nuts cure bad luck. I happen to be their foremost provider. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh no. Oh, because we had the accord, I see. Cashews, almonds, pecans? My poor naive friend, I have every nut that still grows in this dying world, roasted to perfection. Nevertheless, if you seek the one who stole from you, I know she flees to desert oasis. Okay, thank you for the hint. It is a long road, seemingly endless, but the oasis waits at the end, a perfect reward. Okay, so now I know how to get there also. Nice. Predictable thief. Odd, isn't it? How does she make ends meet? Who knows? Take some nuts. You thank Alexis for all their help. Whether you believe them isn't important. It's clear that they only share such information on the condition of gratitude. Klaus fled to Desert Oasis. And I got some nuts. Okay. No, I don't want to replace anything. Rohit! A new face. Rohit diligently loads crates of pecans into the back of his pale blue truck. A dust gale blows through, which leaves him spitting out a mouthful of sand. He jumps when you walk up behind him. Rohit, I'm so sorry. I thought you were Nadine. She's kind of scary. Wait, please don't tell her I said that. I'm grateful that she let me work with the caravan. It's not like I could have ever come this far on my own. Plus, she got an amazing deal for these pecans. He's got a band-aid on his face. Me, I was working at my parents' grocery store before joining up. They didn't want me to leave, so I stowed away in the back of Nadine's truck. Oh. Ran away from home. Yeah, I was really surprised when she let me work for the caravan instead of dropping me off at Pachenko. Allows you to play another card immediately. I am so down. Gotcha. I bet caravan travel comes naturally to you. Your mom was one of the first people to join up, right? Rohit is new to the caravan life, but he's no less eager to learn the ropes. You helped him load up the truck as he chats about his home. On this visit, there's more. Oh, okay, we already read that. Let's move on. We're at day 9. It would take. I would get there at day 18. Get there at day 13, which is what, 4 days. So to come back here would be 8 days. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus another 4 is 21. That's kind of perfect. So we can go to Desert Oasis, come back to Bokamboro, then go to Althurst. Resort tucked into the sands like a long lost jewel. Alexis said my thief fled here. Okay, let's give her a whirl. You approach a welcoming rest stop off the side of the road. Travelers sit around sharing stories. Join them for a spell. One woman entrances the group with a story of a massive dust storm outside Clifton. You listen, learn, preparing for the road ahead. Choose a card to gain a single-use accord. Oh, pretty. The oasis. Alexa's vague directions bore fruit, toward the rising sun, toward the long expanse, until the shimmering desert air reveals a resort hidden in a sea of dunes. Travelers from centuries past must have felt relieved to find this place. Theo. Logic and direct forceful. Sometimes when not relaxing, he sells dried fruit. He's cautious of anyone who comes near. Hey, Klaus. Thief in exile. Finding desert oasis was the hard part. Now that you're here, Klaus stands out like a sore thumb. Living, breathing person in an environment where other life conceals itself inside vast red dunes. She makes no effort to run. You found me. No small task. Did chance bring you here or intel? I suppose I've made enemies. I don't owe you an explanation. Groveling indeed is beneath me. What I feel in this moment is bewilderment. But also some euphoria, to be sure. It is riveting to be chased. Don't you feel it too? Some excitement, even heroism? Gonna lose this one. Gonna lose this. Oh wait, accord. Here, I'll return what I stole. I owe you that much. You and I, perhaps we could be partners. Seek me out. Okay, got the painting back. Klaus seems convinced by your arguments, at least on the surface. As she turns away to head into Desert Oasis, she winks, fingers crossed behind her back. Let's try him. Stall outside resort displays long baskets of colorful dried food, tiny identification signs poking up from piles of prunes, apricots, and bananas. It seems unattended until a loose pile of clothes and hair opens its eyes. I really like the writing. Feel free to sample the apricot. Not too much though, I've got a business to run here, mouths to feed. Shit. Ah, there will be a cord protection though. That's good. You remind me of my grandson, Irat. He's also young, and well, I guess youth is all you have in common. He's moving to Anka, or he's supposed to. The thing is, he slept in late and missed the last ride out there. I love my grandson, but he's lazy. I think he's got it from me. Ha! I think he got it from me. Ha! Hey, adjust that umbrella, will you? Sun's awful bright. That's all I can do. I'm gonna lose this. Oh, but we have an accord. Yes. Nice. But I think Anka will be good for him once he gets out there. Around here, there's not much for a young kid. Enjoy that dried fruit. Be careful though, it'll stick to your teeth. Me, I just take mine out and scrub them. You wish Theo all the best with his grandson's situation. Surely he'll have plenty of dried fruit to eat on the move to Anka. And we got a bunch of dried fruit. Cool. I will take this. I'll take that. And I will drop this actually. I don't know if it's that useful at the moment. Move on. Hey! Driver needed. Before you pull away from Desert Oasis, a young man taps on your window. He smiles, sheepishly, perhaps to signal he isn't a threat. An unheeded gesture from a person so timid. Irat. Ah. Hey, you talked to my papa? Theo? The old man at the fruit stall? Beard, naps a lot? Yeah, him. Don't know if he mentioned me, but I'm moving to Anka? Yeah, but I missed my ride. I like your truck. I'm not going to Anka, bro. Aha! Brilliant. Reconsider. Redraws your hand when played. Acha. I wish I hadn't overslept. It's a big move, but I have to, you know, become an adult and make adult choices, like live on my own. So do you have room? If you're going near Anka, the reason I missed my ride, it's actually really funny, really. My friend said he'd leave in the morning, but I had my blinds closed, so I thought it was still night. Haha. Sorry. Damn it. No protection? Sorry to bother you, really sorry. Damn it. Offer Irat a few apologetic excuses. Hopefully someone else will come along and get a ride to Anka. Oh well. Let's take the standard. Goes all the way over there, but we don't know the road to it. 26? Damn. Okay, let's go there. Come across a roadhouse packed with travelers while a storm darkens the horizon. Pull off the road and wait it out. While the others are busy preparing food and exchanging stories, you watch as the storm engulfs the outside world. What are those shapes moving out there? Choose a card to gain observe. It will overwrite existing effects. That one. Oh, 2 fatigue. Bukumbaro. An older woman reads a worn-out hardcover on a wooden bench. A couple races their bicycles down the lone dirt road. Everyone looks your way as your truck passes. When there's no caravan around, Bukumbaro returns to normal. She's waiting in front of a tea table. Read my fortune? Matilda sits in front of a tea table, cross-legged on a pillow. Her store has dark shades, drawn dimly lit only by candles. She opens her eyes to invite you forward. You're here for matcha? How did I know? The leaves told me. Haha, would you like your fortune told? I'll walk you through the ritual. Just take a seat in front of your cup. Go ahead, drink. Leave only a little. She redrew her entire hand. I'm gonna fuck it up. forgetting about chords. Isn't that warm? Sit for a moment, chill out, think about your future, all the potential paths ahead. And now, as promised, I'll read the leaves. Hold on, I don't recognize the symbol. Gotta look this one up, sorry. Bugs, standing water. This is totally a swamp. Better dress for mud. There's also something about a love left behind. Tilla mentioned a place from Mom's stories. Her sorry. Interesting. Oh, a chord. Good. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Couldn't do it. You don't want to know the future? Coward. Play like a normal card. Well, that was fun. Thanks for letting me read your future. It's a rough road to Anka, so not many people come anymore. Maybe if they ever get the railroad running again. Now we know the way to Anka. Lots to think about after such predictions. At least you have some matcha to drink while you dwell over it all. Cool. Redraw. Do I have to? I guess I have to. I'll take this regular one instead of the chatter, actually. Move on. Cook-off. Off to the cook-off. I think we'll do cook-off and then we'll call it a stream. Or sells music instruments. Cool. Let's go. Another fatigue card. All around the central plaza, tables are heaped high with fragrant dishes and homemade treats. Some sort of festival is underway. Towards the back of the plaza, two especially large stations dominate the area. She's humming a catchy but not quite recognizable tune. Hey, Aurora, was shaken. When you enter the magnetic music, Aurora's in the middle of a piano lesson, patiently listening as her student stops and starts, stammering through a minor scale. When she sees you enter, Aurora wraps up the lesson and rushes to greet you. I knew I recognized the locket. Excuse me. This young woman I used to teach a long time ago, she always wore it when she came in. I used to give her guitar lessons way back in the day. She was a good student, always practiced. Did you know her or did you find it in a shop? He's my mom. Oh wow, that's not generous at all. Dun, dun, dun. God damn it. What? Sorry, I couldn't hear over the drum. Oh dear goodness. My old student was your mom? Heck, now that you mention it, the resemblance is hard to miss. Here you are, following in her footsteps, warms the heart. Your mom lived up in Perseri at the time, if memory serves. Always struck me as funny, an ambitious young woman like that, living in such a sleepy town. Well, are you going to pick up the guitar too, or maybe try something new? Made quite a few of these instruments. Go on, check out this viola, light as a feather. Sometimes I even make my own molds. That viola is based off a design from my late mentor. I hope I can get it. Well, like, I clearly can't. Fuck this. God damn it. No, I wanted the viola. Come back another time. Why don't you go bother Salem instead? It couldn't have been her, could it? Mom never played any instruments not around the store. There must have been some other explanation, some mistake. You need to find an instrument elsewhere. Shit. Someone's looking particularly pleased with himself. Pride and pickle juice. Onlookers gather like dark clouds over a battlefield. This can only mean one thing. You've arrived just in time for Salem and Tosuto's cook-off. You find Salem making final preparations in a shop. You are just in time to witness the downfall of Tosuto. This cook-off is just what I need to put that pungent pickle pusher in his place once and for all. God damn it. Backtrack. Removes all cards back to the last valid match. Oh, okay. Oh, that's handy. Fate is full of surprises, but it never makes mistakes. In the end, the deserving prosper and undeserving are punished. It has nothing to do with luck. Okay. It's pretty binary. The sheer variety of my dishes speaks for itself. The colors alone catch the eye, and as any expert will tell you, appearance is 70% of taste. What, you ask, is the secret to making profoundly wonderful kimchi? Why, it's believing in yourself, of course. I have so many fatigue cards. What do I do with y'all? I gotta get rid of. Damn it. Perfect kimchi. I can almost picture it in my mind's eye. Fucked up. Oh no, we got an accord. God damn. Where you can have a truly transcendent culinary experience, you must first let down your walls. Muttering under his breath, Salem returns to his jars. That's when you hear it, the welcome sound of silence. Looks a little off his game. I think I'm gonna call it a day here. Oh, what's this mean? Oh, trip number 4. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. Getting a little tired, and yeah, it's time to raid someone. My god, this game was amazing. I really, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Highly recommended. It's called Signs of the Sojourner by EcoDog Games. I'm adding the link to the chat in case anybody wants the itch.io link. It is going for $20 on itch.io. Very refreshing, very beautiful to look at, pleasant to listen to, and interesting, fresh take on deck building. Lots of POC characters, lots of colorful characters. On top of that, really great. really great. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm definitely gonna be finishing this outside of this stream also. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining for day 6 of the indie bundle of Palestinian 8. Really enjoyed your company. Thanks for checking out these little indie devs and indie games. They deserve the viewership. Lots of hard work that goes into games, of course. Most of you know this. And we'll be doing day 7 a week from now. So, that's pretty much us. I'm gonna put on some music while I find somebody to raid, and I hope you will join me for that too. And if not, I will see you next time. Oh, let's raid Brotusak. Really fun streamer. Fun guy to talk to. Let's go see what he's up to.
Cheese him. I figured out how to cheese him. Dude! Oh my god, bro. Let's go, dude. This is, dude. This is insane. This is insane. This is fucking insane. Dude, Fire Don't Talk. What up, bro? Dude. Thanks for lurking earlier. Dude, thank you for the raid, man. Holy shit. Dude, Spell Saber, if can you do me a favor and please shout out Fire Don't Talk? Dude's a massive legend. Thank you so much. If not, I will do it. Dude. Cheers. Divoja. Let's go. Yeah, so we're just doing some chill gathering, playing a little grounded. I've never played the game before, so feel free if you've seen the game, if you've played the game, be sure to totally tell me what I need to do, because I have no idea. I've got a silly grass base going on over here. I'm just dropping off some more Home Depot equipment. Seen it a couple of times. There you go. No clue what you got to do. I have no idea. All I know is that, like, you probably just got to get better and better gear, better stuff, and then... What was that noise? I hear a bee or something. The graphics are pretty fucking good, too, not gonna lie. And we got the aphid. Oh, I need to keep... If Smokey was here, he'd be like, put some shit in your damn storage, for fuck's sake. And I'm like, okay. Okay, Dad. Sorry. It's a very pretty game, for sure.